selection of good things on sale, stranger.
Okay, so I'm making this video just so I have some Resident Evil 4 content that doesn't suck. So I'm not going to take like it really seriously, but for this first part, this will only be the village. I'm not going to go super fast. Just going to play, maybe chat the shit a bit. You know, talk about some of the stuff I like about the game. You know. It's nice, quick, you know, simple playthrough, really. This should be about. To be honest, I don't even remember how long this would be. First part. I'm going to assume it's going to be about half an hour. Maybe 45 minutes. Oh, my shooting's a bit off, but oh well. That sort of stuff happens. Yeah, well, I don't even know the loadout I've got here. No, that tracks. Right. Fucking hell, I've got so many herbs. Yeah, the last time I played this game was about... Ooh. 6-7 months ago? I think the last time I actually played. And even then it wasn't on this save file, it was on a professional save file. I will admit, I do like the remake graphics. Let's start some shit with a chainsaw zombie. Because there's one. He's a little prick. Yeah, so for anyone running on speed, working out their speed runs, that's pretty much how you do it. See, I was sure at one point that there was a way to spawn 2 chainsaw zombies. I'm not 100% sure if that's correct or not. This next bit can be a bit tricky, I suppose. Watch me fuck this up now. Didn't fuck it up. There's a change. I'm probably not going to be collecting much during this because I don't really need to. As you see, I'm healthed up to fucking 9s. Got infinite ammo. Fuck's sake. Sometimes I just want to slaughter a village. Hell, it's part of the reason why I came back to Resident Evil 5 so much. In case you didn't know, you can just shoot that instead of pushing it. And there we go. I mean, my hit ratio is not amazing, but oh well. 5 minutes. No, that's about right. The fastest I have ever done that is literally 2 minutes on PlayStation 2, and that was a long time. For some reason, I found that this game, when running on the HD remake, doesn't run as fast as it used to. I don't know why that is. I have noticed something when watching other people play these sort of games, is they're very pinpoint accurate with their machine guns and stuff, and you're like, that's not how a machine gun get used. It's not a pinpoint accurate weapon, it's pump as much lead forward as possible. Point at a direction and let the enemy run into it. That is literally the best way to use a machine gun. If you want a real world example, the First World War is like the perfect example of why you use a machine gun like that, because you can take out swathes. That's the wrong button. It's how you take out swathes of enemy infantry. You just rip the shit out of them with heavy machine gun fire and artillery. I mean, to be honest, I have a lot of fond memories of this game, and it's one of the few things I actually want to share. When I was younger, I was obsessed with getting this game literally under 2 or 3 hours. In the end, I got it to 2 hours and 10 minutes. So when I first downloaded Steam, this was like the second game that I bought. The first being Doom 2016, because I was just like, this is cool, I want to play it. But, you know, I do play Doom every now and then. It's just, I couldn't get on with it. It's like, yeah, it was cool, you know, killing all these demons and stuff, but it's just, it didn't feel right, like the first time I played it, and it's probably me going, well, you remember the classic Doom. Yeah. I mean, one of the things I don't like about this game, actually, is how easy the puzzles are. And you're probably thinking, well, yeah, they're easy, but it's the main issue with 4, 5, and 6 is they became so action oriented that you lost a little bit of what made Resident Evil so good. So yeah, that's one way to look at it, I suppose. Don't get me wrong, I will still stand up and say this is the best of those three. It's not the best Resident Evil game though. I'd actually put that at the Resident Evil 2 remake. I will eventually do some content for that. It's just, if I'm honest, I'm not happy with how well I can play it, which is funny really, because that basically means because I can't get an S plus rank on hardcore. I don't think I'm a good enough player to put it on YouTube, which is stupid, really. Because I can't finish fucking Nightmare. I can't finish Village of Shadows difficulty on Resident Evil 8. Yeah, I still put content out for that. No, I'm just having an issue with the fucking Heisenberg fight. It's just like, dude, chill. I get it. It's like the hardest difficulty, and you can't cheese it with infinite weapons and stuff. You've actually got to have some skill to do the fight. It's just, it's not a fight I practiced a lot. So, is that all of them? Where's this last brick? Glitched into a wall or something, has he? I've had that happen a few times. You get an enemy glitch into the wall and you can't find him, and you're like, well, now the music's never going to stop, and you waste like 20 minutes looking for the prick, and he's fucking halfway through a wall in fucking one of the houses. Utter bullshit. No, so I plan to do this, and then I'm going to do the same with Resident Evil 5. And I will probably give 6 a miss, because I think Resident Evil 6 is kind of shit. I might do it. It depends really. To be honest, I'm not actually sure anyone actually sees my content. So it doesn't feel like there's much of a point in me doing a game that I don't like playing. You know? I mean, my original intent with this channel is just literally, I want to record myself doing some stuff for like when I'm an old man.
Got a selection of good things.
And my eyes ain't too good no more, and I'm like, oh, I can't be arsed playing games, I can't see what I'm doing, my hands stiffen up on the controller. I was like, but I'll be able to watch myself play, you know, from 40 years in the past, and go, look at this cunt, he used to be able to shoot everything. You know, really enjoy, you know, you really enjoyed what you used to play. You know, it's like I'm looking for a decent way to do Code Veronica as well. I reckon if if I can, I have got an emulator for it, but that feels a little bit cheap. I mean, it probably isn't, because the other way is I get a PlayStation 2 and a capture card that can use PlayStation 2 stuff. But I'm going to be honest, I'm a bit tight on money in a minute, so that's probably not going to happen. Fucking will come. So yeah, there's that. To be honest, I'm probably just rambling on this because I'm like, I don't want to be silent for too long, because I'm told that's apparently not good practice when you record gameplay. I've just noticed how loud my mic is, so if that's ruining the experience for you, oh well, I'm not fixing it right now. I can't be asked. Another boulder trap. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy. I will admit, the story for this is just fucking brilliant. I love it. I have had actually had a serious think about what I would consider would be my ideal Resident Evil game. How the fuck did I miss that cunt? Yeah, my ideal Resident Evil game would literally be. So it'd have to be done. It'd probably have to be done as a trilogy, because I don't think a large open world really works for this series. Well, it does, but not in the sense of you have to transverse the entire globe doing missions for shit. Basically, the idea I had was you play. You start off as a one of the guys from the UBCS in Raccoon City, and you play the entire Raccoon City incident from inception to when the nuke goes off. And the last bit of the game is you basically get picked up by the government, and then you get a little spiel, because we know everything that happens now beyond Raccoon City, and essentially you get asked to sign up for the precursor to the BSAA, and then obviously you become BSA agent, and that's the second game. Is you're doing several missions across the globe. So you go to rural Romania, shit like that, and you deal with you deal with bioterrorism across the world for a game, leading up to, and then the final missions, this goes over the entire time span between the end of Resident Evil 3 and the start of Resident Evil 6. So you end up responding to the sea viruses and stuff like that. With and that is the second game, and the third game is all the dark stuff that Chris is doing currently, because he's not currently working for the BSAA after the events of Resi 5. I'm still not really sure what's going on there. See, that's just sloppy in that part. Imagine missing him, he's the size of a fucking boat. Couldn't hit the broadside of a bomb with a fucking shotgun, prick. Yeah, so it sounds like a pretty standard Resident Evil plot, for 3 games, is you follow this one dude. But the thing that I've made it cool is it's a customizable character. So Yeah, so essentially you can make your own, like, you know, if you want to play as, you know, you want to play as that grizzled old SAS veteran who joined up after, it was 1996, so after Bosnia. No, that was 97. You know, after Iraq and that. You know, and, oh shit. So you essentially become, you know, you basically get your avatar in the Resident Evil mythos. You know, you get little missions where you work alongside, like, Leon and Krauser, or oh, for fuck's sake, you know, or Chris and Jill and stuff like that. You know, maybe Sheva. You know, I think this is the longest this boss type fight's ever taken me. Right, this should kill him. Yeah, I mean, ideally, the way I'm having this game going my own, so like, you know, fairly decent story. So like on the level of, you know, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 5, that level of storytelling, maybe Resident Evil 8. I do like the story of Resident Evil 8, but it only really makes sense if you have the story of Resident Evil 7, which I actually thought was shit. Yeah, so that, and then have the mechanics from Resident Evil 3, the remake, because I don't know why, I really love the dodging mechanics I had in there, and then have sort of Resident Evil 8's crafting system, you know, so the ability to craft your own ammo and stuff like that. That was brilliant, and maybe bring in a bit more of a puzzle element. So the sort of puzzles we had back when Resident Evil first turned up, which was awesome. I mean, that's the sort of game I'd like to play, if I'm honest. Yeah, I think this is like the only the second video I've done where you can actually hear my voice, and I'm already regretting it. Kind of mad, that, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, I find it oddly fitting that it's a Resident Evil 4 that you can. It's the second time you hear my voice. Oddly enough, the other video I've put my voice over is from Magic the Gathering, which is like other than this, is probably the oldest game that I still play. I mean, I'm not one that would ever turn around and say I am a gamer as such. I'm just a dude who likes to play games. Yeah, I enjoy playing, you know, I mainly enjoy playing survival horror as a rule. But, you know, I do like first-person shooters. I mean, I haven't really got on with COD much since Modern Warfare 2. I mean, after that, it's just sort of, it's the same game with a different skin. And it was like, yeah, whatever. I mean, I did see the stuff for Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3, and looked and went, oh, that could be interesting, but yeah, it wasn't my cup of tea really. Not at all. It's just like, meh. I get it, you know, it's cool. You jump up and stuff and shoot people from buildings. We had games that did that beforehand. Oh, what was it called? Ah, fuck, was it Rust or something like that? No, it weren't Rust. It was this cyberpunk sort of game, and you basically, it was all free running and shoot. It was all free running and fucking submachine guns and shit. And it was fucking awesome. I completely forgot the name of it. If you know what I'm talking about, whack it in the comments. Such a good game. Yeah, if I can find it, I'll play it. How's that? I remember being quite shit at it as well, so it'd be quite funny to play that. To be honest, I'm shit at most of the games I put on here. I think the only exceptions to that seem to be Resident Evil games, and even then, I'm not that good. So the only reason I seem good at all in a lot of these games is because they're my comfort games. So I've played them like literally hundreds upon hundreds of times. It's like this game, I literally played only this for nearly 3 years, because it was the only game I had on PlayStation 2 at one point. I played this so much, in fact, that I actually burnt out a PlayStation 2 and a copy of this game. Which, you know, was fun, I suppose. And then I remember it was my 17th birthday, and basically my nan had got me a Xbox 360, and to be honest, I was told quite early on they didn't know what games to get, because they were like, they were completely clueless. It's like, completely clueless as to what sort of stuff I'd want. So they were like, look, here's an Xbox 360, and here's 100 quid, go and get some games. So I did. I went and bought Resident Evil 5 and Modern Warfare 2. And I think I used the rest to get my Xbox Live, which I then got banned from live because my gamer tag was "I rush your mum," which I still think is fucking hilarious. I remember my cousin getting really fucking pissed off at me because apparently I Rush was some sort of clan. I was like, I have no idea what you're on about, mate. I just named it that because I rush around a battlefield and, you know, your mum. Oh my god, look how fucking slow she is. really need her to hide, but this is just because it's so much easier to kill everyone I do. You die. You die. You die. Oh my. I remember the first time I played this on Pro. I was like, it's not going to be any harder. Like thinking, it'll be like the difficult jump that you have between easy and normal in this game. It's like you barely notice. Well, I barely noticed, but that's like. I think there is a definite difference because you use a lot less ammo, but generally speaking, I didn't really notice a exact difference between easy and normal when I first played this game. Because obviously I started on easy because I had no idea what I was doing. This was like one of my first proper serious games and it wasn't a platformer. Or GTA, which, let's face it, didn't really have a difficulty. So, yeah, so I played my first round on...
Who's this?
I literally just found myself have some dicks over in the first 5 minutes. I killed the guy in the house. And I dropped a couple of shots. So when I got outside, I was like, oh shit, I can't kill this guy. And I spent like a good 10-20 minutes running around circles trying to kill these guys. One lucky strike dropped me like a sack of shit. It took me a month, like not like actual gameplay, like a month of my time working out how to do this and stuff. To be honest, by the end of it, I'm really good at like saving my ammunition. Worked out who I had to run past. How to take on certain enemies with a knife. But my favourite thing I did with on professional difficulty on this game was I took on. So there's a bit later in the castle where you go over a bridge and you enter a room and there's a load of dudes and then two of the big fuck off gladiator dudes. And I walked in there. I had 2 Magnum rounds and a magazine left for my pistol. So using the magazine left I had for the pistol and the pistol ammo you find round there, and I had a lucky Magnum drop. I took out the random normal dudes that are in there, and then let's go. Big boy. Yeah, I literally took on so I've been playing a lot of Resident Evil 2 lately, so every time I keep going to my inventory by pushing triangle. Yeah, so I literally I took out all the normal bots and then I took out the 2 gladiator dudes with my knife, which was, I'll be honest, the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever fucking done. yeah, so it's why I think it's why I enjoy this game so much, because it threw so many challenges at me while I was learning to play it. Yeah, so I think, in fact, my first campaign on normal took me and my brother, because he was playing it sometimes and I was playing it sometimes, was 25 hours, which, you know, not impressive in the grand scheme of things, since, you know, I eventually got to the point where I could do it, you know, under 2.5
Got a
hours.
selection of good, but what are you selling? Is that all? Is that all? Is that all? Is that all, stranger? Is that all? Is that all? Thank you. Is that all? Ah. 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 They come back anytime.
Yeah, so there was that. But, you know, yeah, I can honestly say I love this game. There isn't actually a better game. If this is your first introduction to the Resident Evil series, you have not had a bad introduction. The only one of the classic games I played was the first one. Keep trying to change my weapon with the fucking directional buttons like a pleb. So I do feel like I missed out a little bit on there, because again, of the classics, I've only ever played the first one, and even then I didn't play the original of that. I played the remake that they brought out on GameCube. And subsequently Steam, which I do have on Steam. I mean, I suppose I have the emulator, so I could probably just go and get the ROMs, but part of me that's not actually sure I want to. I mean, it would make sense for me to do it. If I could find a light gun that'd go on a computer, I'd get Survivor as well. Not Survivor, what was it called? Oh yeah, it was Resident Evil Survivor, the light gun game. That would be pretty fun. Me and my best mate, we literally went out and bought an old PS2 and 2 of the light guns and Time Crisis. That was a lot of fun. The more I'm talking about old gaming experiences, the more games I'm sat there going, I could try and get that, you know, go at that. Like a Mecha Soul, that was a good game. The only thing I'm really paranoid at the minute how much you can hear Ashley's footsteps through my microphone. I hope you can't, because that'd be fucking depressing. And luckily I'm going to watch this back before I put it on. So if it doesn't turn out well, I'll probably just re-record it. Because I'm not ADRing this shit. Yeah, so another thing I noticed on the PlayStation version, you could skip that little thing with the eye. You just literally skip it and you go through the door. So I don't know what they did. I think that's also the other weird thing is your the way the buttons are laid out on the Xbox controller. Okay, so we did the village in 43 minutes. If I remember correctly, I should be able to get through the castle in another 43 minutes, and then I think I could do the island in half an hour. You know, allowing for fuck ups, obviously. So yeah, guys, that's you know, the first part of this 3-part series. Hope you guys enjoy, like, subscribe.